Earlier today, I made a statement that First Rock Real Estate was placed in receivership. That is incorrect. First Rock is not in receivership.
You must study. If you're a socialist, you must study. You must study.
Hambani, which is a real estate project undertaken by First Rock, was placed in receivership by a local bank.
You must study.
I wish to apologize
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
to First Rock, its stakeholders, and the company for the mistake that I made and any inconvenience that has been caused by my earlier statement. I want to, however, make it clear.
Nope.
The Mark Golding-led PNP has been entering false information into the public domain, making misleading statements from the top to the bottom. This is the core of their campaign, seeking to pull the wool over the eyes of the Jamaican people. Not too long ago, Peter Bunting used the parliament and made false allegations concerning the alleged non-payment of a contractor and suggested that this was stalling work on a school. The contractor said this is not so. He was paid. Bunting has not apologized. Ian Hales suggested that the administration had issued tanks to a businessman. The businessman confirmed, showed receipts that he purchased the tanks on his own accord. Hales has not apologized.
That gives you an insight into how they think and how far they will go.
Damien Crawford and Alfred Dawes are before the court for making false statements, and they have doubled down on the comments. I suspect they will learn the hard way.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
The conduct of the opposition spokesman on finance in entering false information into the public domain, then apologizing, is disappointing but cannot be surprising. One would have expected that an individual of Robinson's stature in terms of his position in the shadow cabinet would have had the diligence to check the accuracy of such information before uttering it in the public domain. Clearly, he did not. In another jurisdiction, Julian Robinson would have had to tender his resignation to his political bosses this morning.
You're fired.
Given the egregious nature of his conduct and the potential far-reaching implications of the false statement he made.
At the Lion Olympics we're witnessing in the PNP right now, you know. PNP, when will the Lion Olympics end? As Senator Fitzhenley said, one would expect that in Julian's position he would be more careful. But apparently, they can't top lie because of that them do best. There is the blatant lies and there is the disinformation. Now the disinformation are the part them of Jamaica people. Them not really understand how deep it is within the PNP. So misinformation was what Julian did, and he hurry up come correct it because he clearly afraid to go a jail. You understand me? He can be brought to court and he can be sued for that. So that's the easy part. He never know because he never study. Abka Fitzhenley pretty much said that. But the disinformation now is where them continue to feed people lies and rumors that while in some cases you can't say it's a blatant lie, it is set up to mislead. Things such as the 28 bank accounts. Nothing wrong with having 28 bank accounts. Disinformation, unfortunately, is a big part of politics. The spreading of propaganda. And propaganda that's used by governments and whatever part of government they are in, the spreading of the false information. We call deep fakes, manipulated videos or audio that convincingly impersonate someone else to spread false information. You see some of that stuff on social media from time to time. Conspiracy theories, false or misleading narratives as presented to create doubt or confusion. Things like Lisa Hanna going to join JLP again when we don't know that to be a fact. That is just spreading information for whatever reason. I don't know who even came up with that. And we have the fake news. We see it on social media all the time. We see the PNP bloggers, them. As I said before, them lie in a PNP in a every way. But look out for the disinformation part, people. These are just some examples. And we're going to talk about it some more. And you remember when Dr. Andrew Holness came out and him say them going crack down on it. PNP couldn't deal with it because them know say I for them engine that. And when they staged a protest the other day about the 28 bank accounts and the fact that they did not want Dennis Trump to take the job, that is disinformation. It is set up to deliberately mislead and deceive people, with the person spreading the information knowing fully well that they are deceiving and misleading people. That's why we did have a whole heap of people who go to the protest and them never know what the protest was about in the first place. But people who know better, we know that was just a PNP rally to rally people. You see them a campaign all over the place, yet I make song and all these things. The disinformation, when Brown Burke and Phillips talk about the hiring of Dennis Chung, a reputable man, it could harm our international reputation. That is disinformation. Now, they cannot see how dangerous that could be, in that it could influence people overseas who do not know otherwise. People who just do basic research to understand how to do business in a Jamaica. Peter Phillips was a part of it as well. So people who have been talking about them disappointed in a Peter Phillips, or just saving a breath, because that no make no sense. Peter Phillips has always been one of them. Yes, in spite of the fact that they did what they did to get him out. So it is disinformation to suggest and spread any information that Peter Phillips has joined them, when Peter Phillips has in fact been a part of them. He's always been a part of the PNP. Long time Peter Phillips in the politics. So these are just some ways in which we spread disinformation to mislead people, to misguide and to misinform them. People, just be careful when they make these statements. They are very dangerous and they influence people in very, very negative ways. Julian and PNP, you don't need to do better. We're tired of one and the big lie them right now. Go in the comments and let me know what you think right now. This is the Steady saying. Like, share, and subscribe. Steady.